And let's bring in ABC's Alex Prochet in Washington and ABC News legal contributor and University of Baltimore law professor Kimberly Whaley for more on this. Alex, what are you expecting to hear from today's witnesses?
Well, Diane, as Rachel lined up, we're going to be hearing from former acting AG Jeffrey Rosen, also his deputy Richard Donahue, and then also DOJ lawyer Steve Engel. But the focus of today's hearing is going to be on how Trump tried to use the Department of Justice in his attempts to overturn that 2020 election. And so in doing that, this committee is going to drill down on a couple of points, chief among them, how Trump was trying to persuade the Department of Justice to publicly state that there was election fraud, and also how Trump tried to pressure the Department of Justice to file lawsuits for or with the Trump campaign, and how the DOJ resisted.
Now, Kimberly, the committee has been trying to get former White House counsel Pat Cipollone to testify. U.S. Representative Liz Cheney said the American people deserve to hear from him. Why is his testimony so important, and is it possible we could still hear from him?
Well, Cipollone was, as you indicated, White House counsel, so he would be in the front lines of advising the president as to the legality or here illegality of his plan, not just to, as we've heard so far, to thwart the January 6th count, but to use the Department of Justice, which is the primary federal law enforcement arm of the nation. The FBI is housed within the Department of Justice. This is the big guns, and essentially he wanted to use that power of the government for his own personal use. I don't think if we don't hear from Cipollone, it's going to defeat the aim here of the January 6th committee, which I really think is to educate the public to the severity of this. And then the question will become, okay, if we see indictments, will the public be warmed up enough to be comfortable with the notion of potentially indicting a former president of the United States for these very, very serious issues?
Now, Alex, yesterday morning, Republican Senator Rick Scott dismissed the hearings as irrelevant, and he said they could actually make political violence worse. What do you think he meant by that, and what's the response from Washington?
Well, he also called them reality TV, but I mean, Republicans, especially those who have been aligned with the former president, have walked a fine line of condemning the violence that happened on January 6th, while also casting doubt on the validity of this committee. And so that's a little bit of what you were seeing yesterday. But the response from Washington, and certainly from Democrats, they've said, yes, this was reality, and it's exactly why this needs to be investigated.
And after today's hearing, Alex, the committee said that it will delay its final hearings for several weeks to review new evidence that it's received. What do we know about that?
Yeah, so we heard from Committee Chair Benny Thompson, who said that they were going to have at least 2 more public hearings, likely starting after Congress returns from its July 4th recess. That'd be beginning around the week of July 11th. He said that the delay was due to the need to take in new information, specifically the committee getting information from a documentary filmmaker who turned over hours of taped video inside with Trump's inner circle. They're going to be looking at that and then postponing and restarting next month.
So, Kim, what are you watching for today?
I'm watching for evidence relating to Donald Trump's knowledge. He's reportedly stated that he told the top DOJ official, number one, Mr. Rosen, and number two, Donahue, that if you say the election was corrupt, we and the Republicans in Congress will take care of the rest. That's kind of goes right to this notion of, did he know what he was trying to do was wrong? And of course, that question of intent is what needs to be carried over to the Justice Department. And as you indicated, we're also hearing the Justice Department is operating on its own track, issuing new subpoenas. So this is heating up across the board. So it's really a gripping tale, and one that I think everyone needs to pay attention to, because democracy itself is on the line right now.
All right, Alex Prochet, Kimberly Whaley, thank you both.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.